What's going on, y'all? It's another day on the Day One podcast. I'm your co-host, Anthony. I got my co-host, Kyle. Say what's up. What's happening, y'all? Let's get this shit going, baby.
Don't call it a comeback.
Oh, boy.
They wrote us off, but we ain't right back. Like your boy Gino.
I hate Geno Smith, dude. I swear to God. Freaking
Yeah, that was
all pro level football. I didn't see that in 2015. Insane.
it is what it is, bro.
Now Sam Darnold might win on Thursday night on the road to get to what, 3-1?
What is happening?
Led the Vikings to 14-3 last season. What are we even talking about, bro?
Crazy.
Hey, it sounds like MetLife just don't do quarterbacks well, man. Because even Daniel Jones popping.
Yeah, that's what I'm like.
Yeah.
What the hell, dude? Like, why can't I have nothing, dude? I swear to God, my neighbors can't even get it right.
It's MetLife, man. It's MetLife. Y'all, it's cursed. It's cursed.
Yeah, we switched to grass. We might kill the next draft.
Hey,
Don't y'all got to switch the grass for the World Cup thing?
Yeah, but then we're switching it back.
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's dumb.
They're gonna
That's
put
dumb.
grass down for the World Cup, and then not maintain it for the football season. I don't understand that.
They just hate you guys.
They do
But hey,
anything to hold a brother down.
what's going on, y'all? It's another day on the Day One podcast. I'm your co-host Anthony. I got my co-hosts Kyle and Smitty. Say what's up.
What's up?
Hey, drop a like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell. It's the heart of the NFL season, NBA season right around the corner as well. We're almost to 600 subscribers, so keep hitting that subscribe button. Keep tapping in every week, every Wednesday. Anytime we get a video, just tap in. And also tap into Smitty's channel, 4133 The Pod.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got a lot to get into. Crazy week 3. Some surprises, some disappointments, a lot to touch on there, and then obviously we'll touch on this week's games. So let's not waste any time. Chiquita, how's it going?
Chiquita!
So yeah, let's get into these games from last week.
Yeah, man. So what should we start off with first? Should we talk about the double kick block, that game? It
Good.
took 2 blocked kicks for you guys to win. How sad is that?
Hey, a win's a win.
A win is a win.
Hold on. Did he say it took 2 block kicks? Like what?
Not once.
We
twice.
spotted them a 19-point lead. They lost it, not us. They put us in position to get 2 block kicks to win the game. That's their fault.
That's a good point.
They showed no resilience in the second half. They let us score 26 unanswered points.
They pulled the Atlanta Falcons in the Super Bowl. I was saying it. That was their 28-3 moment. And then it was funny because Matt Ryan post game was, coping with the Rams fans. He's like, if I'm coming out of there as a Rams player, I'm thinking, we had them on the ropes. We're better than them when we meet them again. What if they don't meet us again? They probably will, but
Yeah.
what if they don't? That's such a loser's mentality. But yeah, that was a crazy range of emotions type of game.
Okay. They say they're gonna meet us again, right? Right. So who's to say we're not a way better team than we was?
Y'all
time?
will be. Y'all will be.
So what's to say that you don't get even more mud dog than you got these last 3 times? Because no matter what, like, look, if you really want to be honest, right? To me, that whooping on Sunday was more embarrassing than any whooping we gave them. They were up 26-7
It was ugly.
and got
Yep.
in field goal range 2 times.
They should have been up like 38-7.
Yep.
But all those field goals, they kept playing around. Eventually, we woke up. But for a while, it didn't look like we were gonna wake up, especially out of the second half. I mean, up until we started finally cooking, Jalen Hurts took the keys from Kevin Patullo. We had -9 yards passing.
Yeah.
9, bro. Now -9. That has to be an NFL record or a team record.
I think that was the lowest. I think that was the lowest yard since like 1970 something.
Yeah. In the big 2025, -9 passing yards.
You guys are talking about that, right? Like after the game, you're like, "Hey, listen, that was a great comeback and all, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
No,
Absolutely.
no. See, the talk after the game was more like, did he find his groove? Did he finally figure out what he needs to do on offense? Like, because like Jalen Hurts being that vocal, like I feel like this. In my opinion, he can't let it go back to what it was. Like in this weeks of we putting a game plan together, he got to be like, hey, we ain't doing that dink and dunk shit. Like we're a deep ball team. Like I love throwing the deep ball. I do it well. I do it at an elite level. Wherever you want to put him at in the elite conversation, the deep ball throwing, he does it at a high level. So why are we dinking and dunking? Like, let's put the ball up the field. And guess what? Everybody's trying to stop the run, so we're going to have to pass to open up the run. It's just going to be opposite of last year. And like, that's what my conversation after the game was like, did Kevin finally figure it out? Does he finally see what he really needs to do to win? Because the shit he was doing before was kind of piss poor. And I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna be the benefit of the doubt guy today and say I'm gonna believe Nick Sirianni when he say that Kevin Patullo called the whole second half. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, and I'm gonna say if he did call the whole second half, then the first half of this next game should look more similar to that than what it's been looking like, because he should understand what he needs to do. It shouldn't go back. So I want to see improvement now. Now I want to see what you did on Sunday and not start slow. Let's not start fucking with negative damn 9 yards. Let's stop with the bullshit. You got A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and Jahan Dotson, who's now showed you he can go for the deep ball too. Like, let's put the ball at the field. Like,
Yeah, I completely agree with everything that you said there. That was exactly my thoughts after the game, because like up until that first 2.5 games, you look at the Eagles offense and it's like there's no flow, there's no rhythm, there's no okay, like this is the plan, we're gonna run first to set up the pass, or pass first to set up the run. Like there was nothing, like literally nothing. It's like Kevin Patullo was listening to Get Up every day, listening to them talk about Jalen Hurts, how he can't throw the ball. And he's like, yeah, that's fair. We have Saquon. Let's just, run the ball. Like, no shit. Everybody's going to stop it. So I think in the second half, obviously, when you go back and look back, Jalen Hurts was, making a lot more checks in the second half at the line of scrimmage, getting the things that he, saw and things that he wanted to attack. And you kind of saw that rhythm with the downfield pass game. And then we started going back to the run a little bit. And it opened stuff up for Saquon a little bit better. He had some better runs, not to say that he was, running through lanes like they were last year, but that's a whole nother issue in and of itself. But, at least you saw in that second half that we had some resemblance of a flow and
I feel like
plan.
defense are playing us more like 2022.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
like they're like, look, you're not gonna beat us with your legs. Jalen Hurts not gonna run, and Saquon not gonna run. You got to beat us with your arm. And he showed in 2022 he could do it. Kevin Patullo just got to see that shit, bro. Like they're literally stacking the fucking box.
Yeah. One-on-ones. A.J. Brown, one-on-one. You see what happened.
Yep. Dominant.
But yeah, I mean that was definitely promising in the second half that we kind of got to something, which I mean, I was sitting there. I was telling you guys before we came on the show, like I was sitting there in that first half with all the worries that I explained in the show last week. I'm like, I told everybody, here we are, but we found a rhythm. I feel like, and like Smitty said, like we need to build on it and continue to use it moving forward, especially in this next game here against Tampa.
Big test.
Because, not only is it a big test, they're also one of the top teams in the NFC, but, we want to see improvement. We got to see more consistency out of this offense because how can you possibly mess up an offense that looks like this with all of these premier players at every position?
Yep.
How could you mess it up? So that, and then, the Jalen Hurts slander, that needs to stop, obviously. I mean, down 19, willing your team back, comeback win, and just, he took control of the game. It was clear as day. I think 30% of the plays in the second half, he checked to something. So he had the keys. And he was just out there hooping, getting to his playmakers, making the right reads, right decisions.
Yeah.
Not a lot of quarterbacks come back down 19 against the LA Rams, which I know Kyle and I consider, probably Smitty too. They're probably number 2, number 3, top 4 in the NFC in terms of Super Bowl contender.
Agreed.
So, for us to come back from nearly 20 points down to win, it says a lot about the team. I definitely had worries that this was like a repeat of 2023, but we showed some fight. Obviously, the defense isn't as bad as it was that year, but the leaders showed like we're not going to let this shit happen again, and that was very promising. And we just got to move forward and build on that. Be more consistent in that attack, because really it is pick your poison. If you want to stop the run, that's cool. We can beat you in the air. And if you want to stop us passing, cool. We have Saquon Barkley in the backfield. We could beat you in the run. But that was very, very promising. And I think anybody that has any slander towards Jalen at this point, it's just pure hate. Like, it's just pure hate. Say what you want. Dude just wins, makes the plays necessary, does whatever it takes to win. And that's really what matters.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I wonder, because I know we were talking about it last week, about how at some point Jalen might just take over and go into business for himself and take over the offense if it keeps getting worse. Do you have a little bit of worry of that's what this could have been? Because sure, it's the right choice in terms of how well the offense is going to move, but like in terms of continuity in the locker room between coaching staff and players, do you think that could become a problem down the line, or do you think this was like a coaching decision, a coaching change going into the second half?
I think what happened was, like I said, I'm gonna be the benefit of the doubt, right? I think Jalen Hurts told him to open the offense up. I think he kind of grabbed his hand and steered the steering wheel more than taking over and being like, I'm gonna just call what I want. I think he was like, look, we got to call some more shit. Like, and I've heard Jalen Hurts before come out and be like, we got to get Six the ball, we got to get AJ the ball. And I think he said, hey, look, we got to start making plays.
Right.
I know we pity pat and I know we trying to figure it out, but we got to start doing some more up the field shit. And I think
more aggressive.
I think Jalen did initiate the offense getting better, but I think also he tried to help a coach that's learning. You know what I mean? And obviously Jalen Hurts is a vet, so at this point, you know what I mean, you grab his hand and you kind of, hey, look, this is what we got to do. We got to get 11 the ball, man. Hey, look, you see they keep lining up one-on-one. We can't keep calling these slants. He don't just run slants. He run a lot of shit. Then you see him come out and run a slugger. Boom, big play.
Yep.
Then you know what I mean? Then you see some things where he running Devontae across the middle and getting some big plays. So I think it was more just I don't think Jalen took over the offense. I think he more, you know what I mean, just escorted. Like, hey, look, come on, bro.
Right.
Look, this is what we need to do. This is
Yeah.
what we need to do. Look, we practiced this. We've seen it. Come on, call these plays. Call these plays. Let's do something more explosive. We can't keep just, hey, we're going to go for 7 yards here, 8 yards here, 6 yards here. No, we need 20, 30, 40. We down 19.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because I kind of looked at it a little bit in a way that, like, maybe that was a possibility just because it's not so much that the play calling and opening up the offense changed. There, like Anthony said, there was a lot of checking out of stuff too that, like, you know, can beg the question, especially when you look at interviews over the last week of what Jalen's been saying. That's not to create a problem out of nothing. I'm just, you know, throwing the idea out there. But
I mean, I think the most telling thing, obviously, this is a work in progress,
right?
And more so on the side of Kevin Patullo was that post game interview, like right on the field, where he said, you know, we got to get out of this not playing to lose mindset and just, you know, let the boys eat, like play our ball. And you saw that in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
And he also said in his presser, you know, we're going to be it's nothing casual about what's happening moving forward. So, you know, I mean, yeah, I would like to believe that, you know, Kevin Patullo is going to get better as a play caller as this goes on. And obviously Jalen's going to have a hand in that. But,
right.
You know, I mean, it's always going to be a worry of mine just because, you know, he's a first-time play caller. And obviously, you know, it took that 19-point deficit for us to be like, all right, let's get back to our ball. Now, it worked out, but, like, that's not sustainable. So it's good that we got the win and things look good in the second half. But the biggest thing I want to see moving forward now is us build on that, because I do feel like we found something that'll work and open up the offense, obviously. You know, so that's really the big thing. But I mean, hey, shout out to the defense. They played their ass off, especially Jordan Davis. He's trending towards give bro a blank check. I'm not gonna lie. Not only was it the 2 blocked kicks, but he had like 5 tackles, 4 solo, a sack, the huge 4th down stop. Like, he was balling out, and he's had a great start to the season. So he definitely deserves some flowers.
For sure.
Yeah, and then also Fred Johnson coming in for Lane. That was huge. Mm-hmm. So shout out to Big Fred.
Well, technically, he didn't come in for Lane. He came in for Matt Pryor.
But I mean, he filled the
Matt
role.
Pryor was out there getting cooked.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't know why Matt Pryor got the start, but oh my God. When I see him, I was like, Lord, here come the turnstile.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm glad he had the wherewithal to be like, all right, he's not doing any justice for my team. Let me, you know what I mean? Let me go ahead and
I guess the only reason why they had Matt Pryor there at first is because he's more of the swing guy on the right side and Fred's more of the swing guy on the left side. So, but things got so bad, it's like, we got to try something. But, Fred stepped in and played well. You know what? Hey, if Adam Schefter's out there watching, I'm surprised you didn't say the Eagles won this game back in August when we traded for Fred Johnson. So
weirdo.
Where was that at?
Dude, weird.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's cool. They said my team's boring now.
Your team is boring.
Why? Because we win?
No, y'all win, but it is boring to watch.
Winning is not boring. It's not boring. Listen.
They said the same shit about the Patriots too, so
they were boring as fuck to watch.
They won. You don't remember them being boring. All you remember is the winning. Right.
I'm not saying I got a problem with it. I'm just saying it's boring.
I don't think it's boring. I'm having a good time.
I'm sure you are, bro. I'm sure you are.
Hey, I remember, I don't mean to go back to, the dark ages of Chip Kelly, but I remember, being a young buck wishing to be a boring winning Super Bowl team. And here we are. So I don't know what the big problem is.
Yeah. Enjoy it while you have it, buddy. Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
All right,
no, I
let's
mean, keep it
let's
going.
let's look at a couple other games here for this week. The Colts won 41-20 on the road against the Titans, moving to 3-0. A lot of people were saying this team was a lot like last year's Saints. Start off the season 2-0, combined for 80 points, and then completely fall on their face. They put together another great game here. Do you guys have a little bit more confidence in the Colts? I mean, they did beat the Titans on the road. It's not like, they beat a juggernaut or anything, but 3 weeks in a row, they say it takes 30 days to develop a habit. So what do you guys think? Do you think the Colts are like a legit playoff contender in the AFC? Because 3-0 is, you would obviously say, yeah, of course, but we thought
Don't look like it's slowing down, but
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. I'd say they're definitely a playoff, like definitely in that
Yeah.
mix for the wild card. And honestly, they'll probably win that division.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they are 3 games up on the Texans right now.
Yeah.
And that's their quote unquote biggest competition. I mean, the Jags are 2-1 now, but the Jags, I think, look just as bad as Houston, though winning 2 games. I've found this team very interesting because I've looked back and watched some of the tape a little bit over the last week, and they're not protecting Daniel Jones at all. Bro is actually slinging the fucking pill, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's crazy to watch. It is crazy.
Listen, I said it. Say what you want about Daniel Jones, but I always felt like if you had him in a competent scenario with a competent coach, he could succeed. I'm not saying he'd be like, Pat Mahomes burning it down, but he can make some plays.
Right. Yeah.
He's showing that the first 3 weeks just balling out. And it also helps that Jonathan Taylor is also having a hell of a start to the season.
Yeah. Is he the offensive player of the year through the first 3 games?
Could be.
I mean, he's got to be close. I mean, I think this is I think this is technically his 3rd 100-yard game, like in one aspect of because I think in week 1 he rushed for 100. Last week he caught for 100. I think this week he ran for 100.
Like all purpose. Yeah.
Yeah. All purpose is probably like 150 games in all 3. But yeah, they're playing really good football. I find it very interesting that he's hooping the way he is, because like there was not a sign of this. Like we all knew they did not win football games because of Daniel Jones when they went like 9-8 or made the playoffs or whatever they did.
Yeah.
Because he threw for 16 touchdowns the year they went to the playoffs or some shit like that.
Something like that. He did ball out in the wild card game against Minnesota though.
Right. Yeah.
But
yeah, I'm not saying he couldn't have a good game, but
yeah, I mean he showed some flashes at times of good quarterback play in New York.
Yeah.
Just obviously it's purgatory for quarterbacks or really any star.
Right.
So.
And I would argue this week was like he did kind of regress a little bit, because it's not like he had a monstrous game. I mean, 228 yards and a touchdown. Like, it's not, but still, like, the stats aren't really even what I'm interested in. It's the control of the offense and the comfortability that's really interesting when watching him play. It's very cool to see.
Him and Shane Steichen, it's like match made in heaven there.
Right.
And I know there's a lot of discourse about, Anthony Richardson, he should be starting. Well, we know on this show that bro's just not like that.
Anthony Richardson couldn't throw the ball in college, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, Smitty said it. He didn't even get enough ball games to warrant him being a top 5 pick.
No. And you look at like everything coming out of college was like, this is the definition of a project. This is a 3-year in the making player. Like, now it doesn't really make much sense because of the caliber of this guy, but like the Josh Allen trajectory, like that's what they were looking at with Anthony Richardson. He just, I don't think Josh Allen ever played as bad as Anthony Richardson did at any point. But like, I mean, Josh Allen was bad as a rookie, but like,
yeah,
there was potential there. But like, Anthony Richardson just doesn't look like he can command an offense. checking himself out of games yet.
I don't think rookie Josh Allen ever checked himself out of a game in 2017.
No, I think Daniel Jones, they could lose the next 6 games in a row. I think he's secured the starting spot the rest of the year.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he's not like, flashy top 10 or top 5 quarterback, but he plays a consistent, solid level of ball, and you can win football games with that, especially when you have a coach like Shane Steichen who, he's a good schemer.
Mm-hmm.
So surround him with talent, put him in the positions to succeed, and they'll succeed.
Yeah. A lot of these coordinators and head coaches are figuring out how to get the most out of these middling quarterbacks, like your Sam Darnolds, your Genos.
Yeah. Even Carson Wentz.
Right. Carson Wentz, dude. I sat up here and said, Carson Wentz can win you a football game in 2025.
I mean, against Jake Browning, yeah, but he played pretty good. Smitty got to walk back the slander from last week.
Yeah, he was fine. He was fine.
What about the slander from who?
Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm not walking back no slander. What? Are you serious? I stand on that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'll let it slide. But even him, like he balled.
Yeah.
I told you he had a chance to be good because he was playing the worst defense in football.
Yep.
And he still didn't look good. He was like 14 for 25 for like 170 yards.
He was 14 for 20 and 170 yards. That's a 70-yard, 70% completion percentage.
And a touchdown.
And a touchdown. 128 passer rating.
That was Mr. Dink and Dunk there, boy. Jeez, when they ain't gonna trust him, huh? I mean, I guess that's a good way to play.
Yeah,
I mean, when
the whole
point
Isaiah isn't for him to go to the bowl.
To me, Jordan Mason was the guy in that game.
Oh yeah.
I mean, when Isaiah Rodgers has 2 pick sixes, then there's no need to push the ball down the field.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you can definitely have some success with these mid to lower tier quarterbacks if they're in the right situation.
Right.
But yeah,
I want to know what like a guy with like career-long talent and ability would do in a scenario like this. Like, imagine if Minnesota brought in Russ for a year this year. Like, what could Russ be doing with this offense? Like, I find that interesting because it's like you see what Russ is doing. Now, the Cowboys defense, I think, is clear. They've been proven to be probably the worst unit in the league next to Cincinnati. Because we saw what Caleb did to him. Like, and I don't week one,
Caleb Williams.
Right. Week 1, you guys didn't do anything crazy to him, but it was week 1. You know what I mean? Like week 1s are always weird. If you guys played him next week, you guys would fucking throw for 300 yards, rush for 200. Like, it would be gross.
Yeah.
I wonder what a guy like Russ.
Being that we played him in a few weeks, it's okay.
It's all good. We'll get him then.
Right. I wonder what a guy like Russ or even like Derek Carr 2 years ago or so when he went to the Saints, what he would do in like a scenario like this. Guys that actually have talent that just haven't had anything around them over the last couple of years. I don't know.
Kirk Cousins going back on like a vet minimum.
So you think they try to go get a vet quarterback?
The Vikings?
The Bengals.
The Bengals?
They should. I think they should have traded for Jameis, but
my problem is here's my thing. They've got good talent on the offense. I don't know if they've necessarily got a good system on offense. So I don't know if bringing in a vet would necessarily make them good. Yeah. Because the defense is so bad, the offensive line is still bad. I don't know. I mean, they can get better quarterback play than Jake Browning for sure, but like there's not a guy on the market that I think that can come in and win games 40-35 like Joe Burrow could every other week. Like Joe Burrow, I think masks a lot more on this offense of their issues than I think we're led to believe. Because Jamar Chase is great. Chase Brown is a nice back. T. Higgins is great. Mike Gesicki's a solid tight end. But there's not a system there. There's not an offensive line. I don't think bringing in a vet makes a difference for them. I really don't. But a team, like Minnesota, Like if you upgraded Carson Wentz to a Kirk Cousins or like, a Russ or something like that. Now that you've got an opportunity to win 10
It's definitely
games.
not bringing Kirk Cousins back.
No, but I'm just,
just that caliber of guy
Yeah.
that can probably.
Yeah, but I'm just saying I think there's a clear difference between a team
I
like
don't
Minnesota.
even think that helps because like they've seen what he can do. He was in that system for 4 or 5 years. Like they know what Kirk can do with that offense.
Right, but the goal right now for Minnesota, say what you want. I mean, they're not 100% thinking it, but we all know their goal shouldn't be winning a Super Bowl right now. Their goal is to just try to win as many games as possible because they've got a rookie quarterback now. They got Carson Wentz running their thing. Like bringing in a guy like Kirk is like, okay, we're going for the bowl. Bringing in Kirk is like, I want stability. I want to win 5 of the next 7 games. That's there's different levels to it, and back to what I was saying, like about like the system. You put Carson Wentz on.
Listen, okay, hold on, wait.
Yeah,
you said bring Kurt in, right? Let me give you the games they got next.
Huh?
You said 5.
They got a lot
of
of
the
tough defenses.
Yeah.
Browns, Eagles, Chargers, Lions, Ravens. That's
Right.
the next 5.
Right.
If you bring Kurt in, he get maybe 1 game out of that 5.
I don't know. Minnesota's defense is awesome. I'm not saying they're going to beat like the Lions on the road or the Eagles, but like they can beat the Steelers, Browns, and Bears and go 3-3 these next.
Nah,
6.
Steelers wasn't in that. Chargers.
But the Steelers are here. They play them next.
Yeah, this coming week they play, but you're not going to have Kirk Cousins for that.
No, I'm not trying to make a point that like a Kirk Cousins. It depends on the system that like, and obviously opponent too, but like it depends on the system. Like, if Daniel Jones was on Cincinnati today, he's not doing what he's doing. If Carson Wentz is not going 14 for 20 and winning a game by 30 points on the Cincinnati Bengals, it's just not happening. They don't have the roster and they don't have the ability to mask him. Like great receivers are nice and all, but if you only have 2.5 seconds to throw, like, not enough time to run a route.
Yeah. Yeah. Situations matter. They definitely matter.
With or without, I think the we're gonna get into it. I think it's probably one of the games, but I think I like the Steelers to beat the Vikings this week with Carson Wentz.
I will say a spoiler. I don't have Minnesota Pittsburgh.
Okay,
as
cool.
one of the games. I'm not.
So cool. Yeah, give me Steelers plus 2.5. Give me the Steelers plus the spread for sure.
I will also be taking the Steelers, but we did. Yeah. I tried to get Kyle to make the graphic for it, but somebody overrode me.
Aaron Rodgers has been so bad the last 2 weeks against Minnesota's defense.
Oh damn, the game. Oh, I'm tripping.
Yeah. All right. Let's look at another game. Let's see. Week 3.
How about the Packers? Nobody's talking about that.
What was that about?
To the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
Blew a 10-point lead in the last 3 minutes of the game.
Yep. Mm-hmm. They just couldn't get nothing going.
Yeah, that was definitely a defensive slugfest. But
yeah,
I feel like the Packers kind of overlooked the Browns there.
For sure. Myles Garrett continues to prove that he's the best defensive player in football.
Yeah, telling Jordan Love to run.
yeah. Dude, it's not even like I really don't think it's a debate at this point who the best defensive player in football is. I mean, TJ Watt's great at different things. I don't think he's Myles Garrett, to be honest with you. I saw a couple some guy was breaking down some tape on Twitter, and like Myles Garrett, his half a sack came on a triple team. It came on a triple team.
That's insane.
Like, it's nuts. He's great, and it opens up everything. Like, there's solid guys on that defensive line around him that can get after the quarterback when he's getting doubled and triple teamed. I mean, Malik Collins is a solid player. Mason Graham, their rookie, he's solid. Like, there's some guys on that defense that can get after the quarterback.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what the story of the game was. I mean, there was 7 QB hits. There's over 10 pressures on Jordan Love. He only had 25 dropbacks. So, like, Yeah,
Yeah.
it was pretty consistent, and Green Bay just couldn't run the ball on this defense at all. That's really what it came down to. Also, Green Bay's missing some receivers, but
Yeah,
I
but
don't.
again,
I
I mean,
don't.
if you
This
can't
should
run
have
the
been a win.
football,
Yeah.
if you can't run the football, and Jordan Love hasn't proven to be a really
Right.
good like
Mm-hmm.
pressure quarterback when he's really feeling heat.
Right.
So that's
Mhm.
not a shock there, but I think just pretty telling and shocking that,
Mhm.
the Packers included, some of the players are kind of anointing themselves as like, oh yeah, we're the
Yeah.
next Super Bowl champions, and a lot of the media kind of jumping the gun.
Yeah.
This is just a reminder that, that's not a guarantee.
And I'm kind of in an interesting spot with the Packers because I do think they are a top team in the NFC. They're like top 3, top 4. But they're probably the one that I have the least amount of like
Belief in. Yeah.
belief in, because it's not so much that I think Jordan Love can get it done if he's got a good pocket and he's got a great offensive line. It's when you're going up against those guys that are going to pressure the quarterback no matter who they're going up against, like a Myles Garrett, like a Jalen Carter, like a Jared Verse, guys like that have that ability to just get in the pocket. He always falls apart. And he might play great all year. They might have a really good season. It might seem very, very dominant, but when they go up against one of those guys in the playoffs, they're going to lose. I don't think you can say the same about Jalen. You can't say the same about Matt Stafford, and you can't say the same about Baker. All three of those guys have shown to get it done in different situations. So, and Josh Jacobs is an interesting back for me too, because for as many 150-yard rushing games he has, he's got a lot of clunkers too.
Yeah, he does. So that
does.
I mean, it kind of bakes into kind of the identity of that team being pretty up and down, inconsistent.
Yeah. Josh Allen 2.0.
Yeah. Hey,
right.
You heard it here first. Up, down, up, down.
Up, down like a roller coaster, baby. But yeah, I think the Packers are still a really good team, and this is a really bad loss. It's just, this is what happens. Like I saw a stat, Jordan Love, when he doesn't have a turnover and has over when he has less than 2 sacks and no turnovers, he's undefeated in his career. When he's got one of those two things, he's sacked twice or he's thrown a pick, he's like below 500, which is not good. That is not good. Now, obviously, when you have turnovers, you're more likely to lose, but that is a big difference. Right. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what they end up becoming. I do have their game as one of the things we'll talk about a little bit more.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, it's still a long season, so
right.
They definitely have some time to, clean things up, and it's a good wake up call for them, thinking, oh, we've arrived, after 2 games. Clearly, you haven't. Not to say that they're not a good team, but you can't have that mindset of, oh yeah, we're just we're gonna be the team that nobody can. We're the team to beat.
Right.
You got to take it one game at a time, and I'm sure they'll get it, but definitely a necessary loss. It just looks bad against the Browns, though.
Right. How much joy did you guys get watching the beatdown of the Dallas Cowboys?
It was great.
Yeah. I feel like I'm the Bears guy on this channel. Just saying.
I feel like I'm the Bears guy. You're the Caleb Williams guy.
Yeah, I am the Caleb Williams guy. He absolutely balled in this game, and I think that was kind of the expectation because Caleb always beats up ass defenses. That's where he thrives on. Dallas got some problems, dude. They got some serious problems. There's not that secondary is horrible.
They are
so bad.
Who is more ass, Dak or the secondary?
The secondary, for sure.
Yeah.
At least Dak had 75% completion in this game. It wasn't pretty, but at least he did
throw 2 picks.
He did throw 2 picks. It was an ugly game. The highlight of their team this season has been Javonte Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is another one of your guys.
That is one of my guys. Yeah. But yeah, Dallas got some problems, dude. They're not doing shit this season. Did you see the shit Jerry Jones said after the game? He goes, "This is this is absolutely still a playoff team, but it's going to take. It's
And
gonna
then you go
take
sign Jadeveon Clowney.
Yeah, it's going to take some time. We've got some things
Great
to work
idea.
on, he said. But we got to get better defensively. That's what he
But
said.
they're gonna be a 7-win team. And you know what?
Not
You
even.
know what? My homeboy on Twitter, he bet me some dumb money that he was gonna have a better record than me first. $100.
It wasn't.
That he
It
was
wasn't
that he
Terrence,
was
was
gonna
it?
that he was gonna win the NFC East. Another $100. I said,
It wasn't.
okay.
It wasn't Terrence, was it?
Nah,
Okay.
Terrence. Terrence wouldn't even bet. He knew his brother wasn't gonna be on that team too long.
Well, he also has a history of checks bouncing too on
Yeah.
bets, so
He would have paid me. I don't know about nobody else. He would have paid me.
yeah. I mean, I know.
Now me and Terrence cool though. If he would
Yeah.
have bet me, I know he'd have paid me. I ain't
I
saying
know,
it like
I know a notable figure in Eagles community that he.
yeah, but you can't. I mean, but yeah, he also y'all got a lot of bad blood. I wouldn't have made no bet with a person I got that much bad blood with in the first place.
Yeah, but yeah, no, Kyle, you're definitely right. I mean, it was to be expected, especially after the Micah
Right.
Parsons trade, that they would have issues, but they definitely have
Yep.
issues in the secondary.
Yeah.
And
Bro, Kyler just had one of the worst picks I've ever seen. Literally, like threw it to the safety, not a receiver or tight end within 10 yards.
Oh God.
Yeah, it wasn't even an overthrow. Like there was nobody there. And then the safety fumbled it, and it's Cardinals ball again.
Oh my God.
All right.
What is happening?
I don't know.
But yeah, they definitely have some issues. Dallas does.
Mhm.
And
It's not.
Will it get fixed? I don't
No.
think so.
No, it's not. See, now you're missing CD for the next 3 weeks, or at least 3 weeks. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Jake Ferguson in a dream. That's the plan.
George Pickens in a dream.
Hey, Jake Ferguson's one of my guys. All right.
He is.
Yeah.
Him, George Pickens, and
Yeah.
Javonte Williams. They're also missing like half their offensive line too, which already was not good. But
no. Mm-mm.
I think they're Tyler Guyton out, Tyler Smith out, and Cooper Beebe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. They got some problems, dude.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Should Dallas tank at this point?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I really don't think there's a necessity to tank unless you're going after a quarterback, and they don't need to go after a quarterback.
Are you sure about that?
Yes. They don't have they don't have Michael Penix playing for them right now. They have Dak, a top 12 guy. Like they're fine at quarterback. They need help defensively. If it's me,
questions.
We don't have to worry about playoffs, so I don't have any questions.
yeah. If it's me, tank, trade back, and fill out the roster. That's what I would do if I'm Dallas.
Yeah, that's definitely what they have to do. But
yeah, but I don't know if Jerry's going to do that.
I mean, we'll see.
I might trade this top 5 pick for. You know what they could really use right now? A pass rusher.
You know what they could use right now?
Micah Parsons.
A safety.
Yeah, a guy like
I hate to say this because this is my guy, but freshly cut off of the other Texas team, I could see CJ Gardner-Johnson potentially if Dallas gives him a call. But although he'd probably want to play for a winner. So
Maybe.
I don't think he'd subscribe to that. But they do have need, and that's definitely a need.
Yep. Yeah, big time. The Houston Texans are disappointing, huh?
Yeah, I mean, clearly, my guy had a lot of colorful commentary to say about it, and he got his ass cut.
He didn't even downplay the team. He just said what they should do better on defense, and they were like, "Get the fuck out of here."
Yeah.
He's like, "Hey, I think we should blitz more. I think we should do a little bit more of this." And they're like, "Hey, Bucko,
it's time for the scapegoat.
This isn't Philly, okay?"
Yeah.
It's time for the scapegoat.
Profiting off of the reputation of my dog CJ. I don't know. I somewhere I read that I guess he was upset with his role, and he was upset with the role of I think it was Jalen Petrie based on the performance and contract that he was given, and then obviously, how the defense was as a whole. I mean, it sucks that not that he's a bad player. He's obviously really good for us last year, but I mean, you have that reputation of
he's an
crash
I
out.
don't even think he's a problem. I think he's just an acquired taste.
Yeah, I do. I think he's kind of a misunderstood player.
Yeah.
But definitely an acquired taste because he is
but
rough
sometimes
around
you
the
gotta
edges.
understand your role. You gotta understand where
Yep.
you at. You gotta understand how the level head set and get back to what's really the important thing in this ball.
Yeah.
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 Which is why he benefited so well from our culture because we were able to absorb that
right
and have him, obviously focus on ball, and that's the main thing. And you saw his best years of his career were with us because of that right there.
Yeah. I will say, talking all that shit, the game after Jalen Petrie had 3 PBUs and a pick probably wasn't the best idea.
He said he, but
yeah,
hey,
probably not.
Who am I to say what he should be talking shit about or not?
Yeah, probably not the best time when your competition's outplaying you. But yeah,
what are you gonna do? They definitely as a whole kind of been disappointing, that offense. I mean, they are definitely missing Joe Mixon, that's for sure, and that offensive line has just been atrocious.
Yeah, and I think we looked at their receiving core outside of Nico Collins is something to be excited about. But I mean, Christian Kirk's been a nothing performer for them. They're hurting for Tank Dell.
Yeah,
Tank Dell was nice for them last year, or the year before, but yeah, they need some help. They need Joe Mixon, even though Nick Chubb's not really running the ball bad. It's just not really what they need to try to balance out the offense.
It's not Joe Mixon.
No, it's not. No, which is crazy to hear you say because you was a Joe Mixon hater.
I was, but listen, bro, like you said last week, opinions can change.
They can change. Thank you.
Opinions can change.
Yeah, if I can stop my Eagles propaganda, you can pump the brakes on the Joe Mixon propaganda. All right.
What's the Joe Mixon propaganda?
Bro thinks he's ass.
I thought he was mid. I thought he was like on Cincinnati. I thought he was so mid.
He's a consistent.
He was though.
Consistent 1,000-yard rusher, dude. I mean, he's always been consistent for them.
He wasn't let loose out there though. That's kind of the problem though.
Like in Houston last year, he was balling.
Right. Let's take a quick intermission. We're looking at the career of Joe Mixon here.
Oh, jeez.
I'm going to take a peek. Let's see. Joe Mixon career stats. Let's see. All right. He's been in the league 8 years now. Let's see. 1,000-yard rush. These are in seasons that he's played more than 14 games. Okay. So
now we limited to more than 14 games.
Well, yeah, because he's missed. He's only played he's played 6 games 3 times. Every year he's
factor into my
why he thought he was mid.
That don't factor into it, bro.
What of him being hurt?
If you can't stay on the field,
part of evaluation.
You suck because you broke your ankle. Like what? That's fucked up, dude. That's not a way to look at it. It's just fucked up.
Your body sucks.
Yeah. I mean, he's above average. I'm not saying he's Christian McCaffrey, but you were talking about bro, like he was Zach Charbonnet, bro. Like he's been a solid rusher. He's 4.3 yards per carry for his career. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1,000-yard seasons, 3 double-digit touchdown seasons, 5 seasons with over 8 touchdowns. He's solid, and he averages 40 receptions a year. He's a solid back. He's above average, I'd say. To make 9 years of a career out of being a running back, he averages 987 yards a game. That includes his years that he was hurt. So he's a solid back. Quit hating on bro.
I just feel like when you turn on the tape, sometimes he's just, not making plays where you would expect him
Well, I turned on the Jalen tape last week after week 2 and he didn't make many plays. Like, sometimes it just happens.
Hey, he did. He did.
Oh man.
Hey, he just had to get the shackles off in the second half, and then he was balling out.
Oh my god. Yeah, all right. One more game we need to talk about. Detroit, Baltimore.
Yeah,
that game was a bigger blowout than 38-30. Visually, that was a dominant performance by Detroit. They had 224 rushing yards, 4 touchdowns on the ground. Jared Goff was 20 of 28 for a touchdown, 202 yards. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 7 for 77 in the TD.
And they had 7 sacks on Lamar Jackson defensively.
7 sacks, yeah.
That's one where I definitely listen. I thought I was half right, but half wrong because I said, the battle there is going to be the line of scrimmage.
Right.
I just didn't think it was going to be Detroit, and I was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It was absolutely Detroit on both ends.
Yeah.
The running lanes that they created for David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs, I mean, it was absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then, the pass rush was just eating up Lamar Jackson alive. I mean, you saw it kind of reminded me of our game plan against him last year with the way they were able to contain so well. Right. They dominated.
For sure.
The score wasn't really indicative of it because, they were going back and forth for so long, but yeah, that they had the Baltimore Ravens number.
Yeah. The interesting thing to me is that a lot of people still aren't really buying into Detroit. They're probably just as good as they were last year. I think week 1 it was probably not anything to really worry about, at least seeing these last 2 weeks. Coming out of that week it was, but they've done what they've always done these last 2 weeks. They've played well against really, really great teams and dominate the teams they're supposed to dominate. And Lamar actually played a really good game. They just didn't get much out of Derrick Henry. They didn't run him that much, but
another fumble.
Yeah, time of possession, which is usually Baltimore's bread and butter, is what Detroit utilized here. I mean, they only got. Let me do the math on this. It's like there's a big gap in offensive play calls here. Yeah. Let's see, 28 plus 38, 66 for Detroit compared to 47 for Baltimore. That is a big gap.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, I mean, you could say Detroit is 75% of the way back.
Right. And honestly, I think it's it confirms kind of what I've always thought of Baltimore is they're awesome until they play someone of equal talent. They lose.
Yeah. It's just they're just so underwhelming. It's disappointing because on paper they are probably one of the best, at least defensively. They are probably one of the best, if not the best roster on paper.
Right.
So for them to have the performances they've had the last 2 weeks is just it's disappointing. It's absolutely atrocious.
Yeah, I agree. And the
yardage a secondary of Marlon Humphrey, Kyle Hamilton, Malachi Starks, Nate Wiggins is giving up is how? If I was a Ravens fan, I'd be crashing out every week.
Right. It's not kind of what anyone expected with this team. This is probably, if you look at pure talent, this is the best roster they've had on defense. And offensively, they're nice too. I mean, Mark Andrews, even this week, looks like the return to form. DeAndre Hopkins has played well for them. Zay Flowers had a quiet game, but they've got a nice roster. There's not really any holes, and the offensive line's actually solid.
I hate to say it, but Detroit didn't beat that team.
What you know about?
Lamar Jackson beat that team like I told y'all he would. Anytime it's on Lamar Jackson to win a game, he do some goofball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
He turned into a complete numbskull. Bro, what are you doing? You see the running lane, you see it's nobody there. You like your PlayStation controller died and you glitching out. Like I don't know what's wrong with dude. And then Derrick Henry with the fumble. Like what's going on? He fumbled Ruski now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, these AFC quarterbacks, I mean, they kind of have a track record here. I mean, under Pat, you have your Lamar, Josh, Herbert. They've had this track record of in these big games. Not saying that this is like a playoff game, but I mean, Detroit is one of the top teams in the NFC.
Yeah.
These quarterbacks have this track record of close games, got to have it moments of just wetting the bed. And Lamar Jackson specifically has had that kind of track record in those big moments. I mean, he is so talented, makes so many wow plays, but when you gotta have it, like Smitty said, the controller dies.
Yeah. I mean, I would probably take Josh Allen out of that conversation because I don't think Josh Allen necessarily gets them to lose. I think Josh Allen doesn't get the fucking ball. He doesn't get the damn ball and give him an opportunity.
I mean, I'm specifically like when he goes up against Pat.
Right. Yeah, I agree. And in the AFC, that's the measuring stick. I mean, not so much through the first three weeks, but that's kind of what the goal is. It's
right.
I feel like a lot of the top teams in the AFC, they focus too much on trying to beat one team instead of like it's very similar to like the Houston Rockets building a team specifically to beat the Warriors. You know what I mean? Like that's not what's going to win you a finals kind of thing. It's I kind of get
couldn't beat the Warriors.
right. And that's exactly what's happening. It's like these teams can't get over the hump against the Chiefs in the playoffs. But even to take the Chiefs out of it, you're right. Like Lamar has proven that he's just not gonna win you the game at the end of it. Like Baker Mayfield has had 3 straight weeks of game-winning drives in the last 2 minutes of the game.
Yeah,
there's just certain guys that can do that. That's not to say Baker's better than Lamar, but
yeah,
I mean, you need to be able to do that. To be one of the top guys in the league and to be a Super Bowl champion, you need to be able to do that. Like,
yeah, I mean, look, they want to bash Jalen all these times and say, oh, Lamar Jackson is leaps and bounds better, but like when rubber meets the road and the playoffs come, Jalen Hurts wins. He makes the plays. Lamar Jackson pisses in his bed.
Yep.
Turnover here, fumble there. He just can't get out of his own. He's almost like he reminds me.
He gonna win though. He gonna be the guy to get him over the hump. All righty.
Yeah. I mean, he kind of reminds me a little bit like McNabb in the early 2000s era, where he like before getting to the bowl, where he just couldn't get over the hump.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I said, some guys just don't have it, and with the playoffs, he's one of those guys for sure.
Right. I think Lamar is a guy that can at some point. I don't know when that's going to be. It's kind of like every year it kind of seems every year it kind of seems like that was the best opportunity that they're going to get. And
that's what I'm saying.
Like teams usually don't get 5-6 years in a row where they're like perennial contenders. It doesn't usually work that way. Like it's a lot rarer than people think that the Chiefs, the Bills, and the Ravens have been the class of that conference for like 6 years in a row. Like that usually doesn't happen. Shit shuffles in and out all the time.
I mean, look at the NFC. I mean, other than us, I mean, it's been a revolving door of teams that have been the class there.
The Rams have had a top 10 pick since the last time they were at a Super Bowl, and that was only 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it shuffles in and out all the time. So, like, if there's any point that they're going to get it done, like this is this is weird because it's week 4, but this is one of the biggest games of Lamar's career next week. If he can't get it done, I think they're at home, right?
I don't know. I mean, we'll get into it.
They're in Kansas City, but yeah, we'll get into it. But it's a big game for Lamar.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
So we'll see. I don't know. Are there any other
games?
Yeah, let's get into them. I don't think there's anything else we need to hit on last week. All right. So First game I opted with. This is the one I opted into instead of like the Steelers Vikings or a couple other games. The reason why I opted into this one is because I think there's some interesting stuff in this game. Obviously, Jackson Dart's first start this week, and also the Chargers have a history of chargering, and they lose games like this. This is the perfect opportunity for the Chargers to show the ugly head of themselves and to lose a game when you're on the road against an 0-3 team that no one expects to win, rookie quarterback. I think this is unironically a good position for the Chargers to prove that they're a legitimate contender. I know they're not playing the greatest team in the world, but like these are the types of games that the Chargers would let go. Like this is like the Packers lost to the Browns. This is the equivalent for the Chargers, in my opinion. Plus, I think Jackson Dart's first start should be something that's discussed because I think they've got a lot of weaponry on that offense, and I think they've played better than their 0-3 record. So yeah, let's hash it out. So 3-0 Chargers going into 0-3 Giants. It's on Sunday, 1:00. Omarion Hampton in week 3. This is the running back graphic. 25 touches, 129 total yards, and a touchdown. Cam Scatterbu at 16 touches, 121 yards, and a touchdown. Unbelievably fun to watch. Let me pull up the spread. I believe last time I saw, yeah. So the Chargers are favored 6.5 points on the road. It's another reason why I picked this. I think that's a perfect spread, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So there's two ways you can look at this. The one way is the Chargers defense is awesome against the first ever start of a quarterback. It kind of seems like food. But the other end of it is we've seen, especially over the last couple of years, quarterbacks in their first couple starts, when you have absolutely zero tape on somebody, it's very hard to predict what they're going to do, and it's very hard to game plan against them. So that's the other side of it. So, Ant, what do you think?
I'm going Chargers here. I think you got a defensive guy, Jim Harbaugh there, against a rookie first time starting quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Chargers defense has been balling. Where I look, if it is going to be any issues on the Chargers offensively, it's at the line of scrimmage, but their offensive line has been playing well. And Justin Herbert, since getting into that relationship, has been balling out. I think they might have issues running the ball just because that Giants front is so good. But I think they'll have their way in the passing game. And I think, they get a little bit of pressure on Jackson Dart. They can probably mitigate what he does. They are better than 0-3, and in this case 0-4, in my opinion. But I mean, it's just been tough sledding based on the schedule here for the Giants. I mean, I don't know. I can't. The way that the Chargers defense has been playing, and they played very well against Bo Nix last week.
Yeah,
I can't go against them, so I'm gonna take the Chargers.
What do you think, Smitty?
Is it really a question? Is this rhetorical? I mean, I'm taking the Chargers. I don't trust the Giants right now. They haven't shown me outside of one game that they can even play it to the competition and put points on the board. So yeah, I'm going with the Chargers. I think their defense is playing better. Their offense is kind of in a woe, and I mean, obviously, their running game picked up last week, so I think Chargers win this one.
Okay.
And for reference, the Giants put up 40 on the Cowboys,
right?
Who had 40 put up on them by the Bears. So
yeah. I'm in the same boat. I think I'm going to go with the Chargers. I'm going to go with thinking that they're actually a really good team this season. I like Omarion Hampton. He's running the ball really well right now. That offense is clicking. Justin Herbert is arguably the MVP through 3 weeks.
I'm not going there.
Through 3 weeks. But I do think it's interesting, like seeing a quarterback in his first ever start. No one knows nothing about him. He looked good in preseason. He looked comfortable in preseason. So we'll see how he plays here. What do you think the expectation could be for Jackson Dart? Like play smart, sound football. Don't try too much. Don't turn the ball over, that kind of thing. Even if they lose, they want him to probably look good and come out of it pretty unscathed. I mean, if he goes out there and throws 3 picks and 115 passing yards, that's just not going to be good for the
He doesn't have
morale
to
moving
look
forward.
great, but he has to show he has to show like 4 or 5 good glimpses of like, okay, we could build on this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
And you said it earlier, he in for one reason, and that's he need a glimmer of hope so old boy don't get fired.
Yeah, facts.
I fear that it's going to be more like Will Levis than like a CJ Stroud, but that's just me. I mean, he did look good in the preseason, but again, that was preseason against backups. So this is different circumstances.
Right. Well, I mean, that's kind of what's more consistent.
Will Levis is really bad. Man.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be that bad. It could be if the defense plays like it has been the last couple of weeks. I mean, it very well could be.
This could easily be a 20-point victory.
For sure.
Easy.
For sure.
Things go out of hand. I can see it.
Yeah.
But I mean, we'll see. It'll definitely be interesting to see how he looks in his first start. Obviously, this has kind of been something the Giants fans have been clamoring for. I thought Russ was playing decent, but
he was fine.
They got to get their first round pick on the field at some point, and him and Cam Scatterbo.
Yeah. I'm setting the over under for concussions for Cam Scatterbo at 3.5 this year. All right, let's move into the next game. 1:00 game, your guys' big game of the week, probably the biggest game of the week. 3-0 Eagles going into Tampa Bay, who are also 3-0. Jalen Hurts last week had his best game of the season by far, 266 total yards, 4 total touchdowns, and 117 passer rating. Baker this past week, 277 total yards, a touchdown, and his 3rd straight game-winning drive in a row in the 4th quarter. Think about that what you want. Think about it being, Baker's playing clutch, or you can think about it as the Tampa Bay are winning close games, and that's going to flip around at some point. Let me see what the spread is. The spread is the Eagles are favored 3.5 on the road. That means they would be probably a 7-point favorite at home. So, actually, kind of a bigger spread than I thought they were going to get because Vegas likes the Bucks quite a bit. But
I thought it would have been closer than 3.5.
Yeah, 3.5. I mean, that's only 4 points. I mean, we see a lot of 4.
I mean, they lost both of their starting guards and they lost their starting receiver. I see why.
They're probably the most injured team in the league starting off the year.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we did lose quite a bit of players on defense too. I mean,
and they don't know if Tristan Wirfs or old boy gonna play on Sunday.
Yeah.
For that reason, I'm probably going to take Eagles here. I think, the horses being out simply is just probably going to be too much for them to overcome. But I think, the Bucks have had our number, and they've taken advantage of a lot of these matchups where we've played them where we haven't had like our stars, like AJ in the wild card game, AJ Smitty and Lane last year.
AJ's only played them once.
Yeah. And we blew him out when AJ played him.
And he went crazy too.
He did. He went crazy. So I think, I think when you look at how we played in the second half last week, that's definitely going to have to carry over here, and we're going to have to start like that.
Yeah.
And that's similarly to how we played them the first game in 2023 when AJ's only time against them, and we had our way with them, and I think that's going to be more of the same here. I think defensively, it's interesting because you're looking at potentially Keely Ringo at cornerback 2, and it's good that at least for his sake we're not playing Mike Evans because then that puts Igbukah on him, but I mean, for all the
I
Keely
think this
Ringo
is his best
apologists.
option to start. His best time to start is now because you don't know who's
Yeah,
who's
yeah. I
gonna
mean,
be
for
wide receiver two,
we're
and it's probably not somebody crazy.
yeah. I mean, for the Keely Ringo apologists, it's definitely the best game for him to come out and show something. We're
Lord,
gonna
he come
see.
out and lock something up. Oh my god, bro.
Yeah. Well,
The
that
people that's gonna be in my mentions about Keely Ringo.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I mean, we'll see definitely if if he locks shit up then. But I think the big key for us obviously is going to be stopping the run in this game and obviously disrupting the short game because that's really where when we played them last year, that's really where they ate us up alive was that short game. So we got to
Right.
disrupt the
Yeah,
timing
but
of those
that's what
routes.
we like now though. We encourage you to play the short game.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean we rallied to the ball, but I mean
And
that
that
was just
wasn't Vic
something.
Fangio the last time he played them, so
Yeah.
I mean that was the skeleton crew with Vic Fangio first getting there. That wasn't our real defense.
Yeah.
We looked like poo. And Cooper DeJean didn't play them either.
Yeah, we had a Poo Poo Maddox out there, so yeah,
Asking
no,
about
I
Fortnite
think
games and shit.
yeah. I think this is
Do you still play Fortnite? Yeah, bro.
that I was I was livid when I saw that mic'd up clip. You still play Fortnite? Why are we worried about Fortnite, bro? Cover Mike Evans.
He's like, I'm
But
getting cooked. I might as well ask him about the game.
yeah. You're worried about the wrong game, Avante. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got Eagles. I think this is after last week, this is a big turning point. Another top team in the NFC.
Yep.
But I think we found something, and I think this plays well against them for us to take care of business. So I think with that and the get back that we have due because they are due, I think we'll take care of business. So I got birds.
You on board with that, Smitty?
Yep, especially after hearing my offense and the pressers how they feel about how they want to play football. So I think they're gonna come out fast, come out physical. With the injuries they got over there, I think blitzing us or whatever, putting you guys on the island. I don't think it's gonna work as well. Like I understand people are gonna be like they're 4-1 against y'all. Well, yeah. Look who the receivers. I mean, the last time we played them, bro, our wide receiver one was Jahan Dotson, bro. Come on.
Jahan
bro.
Dotson and Paris Campbell.
And John Ross. That was the three starters the last time we played them. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like it's not the same opportunities you're gonna have that you had before. So yeah, I'm with it. Eagles spread.
Yeah. I'm in the same camp as you guys. I'll take the Eagles. I think the Mike Evans loss is really, really big. Because Emeka Egbuka can have a similar game to what Devontae Adams did last week, if not bigger, if Mike Evans were there. But asking him to have a monstrous game as a rookie in his fourth career start with no help is kind of tough.
On Guantanamo Bay, nonetheless.
Yeah. I think Bucky Irving in the passing game has been awesome this season. I think that could really help them move the ball down the field. But I don't think it's going to be enough. I think it'll be probably closer than what I think the injuries would suggest it would be, but I still think 4 points is enough. But yeah, I like the Eagles here. I don't think it's necessarily going to be a blowout because the Bucs don't really get blown out, but
I think it could be like a 7 to 10 point victory.
Yeah, that's
and if you are Tampa, that's probably where you're going to have to make your hay is in the run game, and then the underneath check down screen game with Bucky Irving and
that's what they're
Rashad
gonna
White.
have to do. Yeah, play action and things like that. They're gonna have to draw some stuff up, but we'll see. But yeah, it's gonna be a good game. 2 3-0 teams. One of these teams are gonna walk out of here with a loss, most likely. So yeah. But I'm on board, Philly. Let's go on to the third one here. 4:05 Sunday, the second window. We've got the undefeated Indianapolis Colts going into LA to play the 2-1 Rams. You couldn't have told me 3 weeks ago that this was going to be a game that we were going to be looking at this point in the season. But here we are, nonetheless. Indianapolis, they're looking like they're a true team. we'll see how it looks against an actual like NFC contender like the Rams. This is definitely the Colts' biggest game, probably Shane Steichen's biggest game as a head coach. And the Rams got to handle business. They don't want to drop to 2-2 with how well their division's playing. I mean, the Niners are 3-0 right now. Seattle right now is up, and they're 2-1 at the moment, and they're playing good football. So, Jonathan Taylor, week 3, 102 rushing yards, 3 touchdowns, 6 yards per carry, and Kyron Williams, 112 total yards, a receiving touchdown of 4.7 a carry. Looking at the spread here once again, the Rams are favored by 3.5 at home. So all this really comes down to is Daniel Jones actually legit this season, and are the Colts good enough to actually beat a team like the Rams? Not to say that they can't play well and still look good in the loss, but are they the dominant force that they seem to be? Go ahead, Ant. What do you think? 3.5.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely one of those tough matchups. You said Rams are favored by 3.5.
3.5. Yep.
3.5 at home. Yeah, I mean, and this is definitely a bounce back game for them. It has to be. But you look at, like we said, I mean, the Colts passing attack has been legit the first 3 weeks of the season, and that's kind of where we made our hay against the Rams in the second half there. So, if Shane Steichen is drawing up the game plan to come out here in the first half, he's definitely, going to take advantage of Emmanuel Forbes and company.
Right.
The question are the Colts, is the Colts defense legit to, mitigate the Rams offense?
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's a tough one, but I think
Who's favored in this game?
The Rams by 3.5.
I think I'm gonna go with I think I'm gonna go with the Rams.
Okay.
I could see this is either gonna go one of two ways. I think either we broke the will of the Rams last week after they blew a 19-point lead.
Yep.
And they're just gonna fall apart and crumble and be mid the rest of this season, or they're gonna blow the crap out of the Colts, and then we're gonna be questioning, are the Colts really
right
playoff team?
Mm-hmm.
And I think the latter is more likely.
Right.
So I'm gonna go with the Rams.
Okay. What do you think, Smitty?
I don't think we broke the will, but I don't think the Colts are gonna lose by more than 3 points. I'm gonna take the Colts plus 3.5. I think the Colts keep it close with Jonathan Taylor being able to run the ball. I don't think they're gonna play the same defense they played last week versus us against the Colts. And with Daniel Jones really being able to put the ball all over the field right now, and that secondary being food, I think Daniel Jones could possibly win this game. But I think he's gonna come out. He's gonna be able to play good football. That defense for the Colts has been playing really well. Obviously, Puka Nacua gonna do his thing, but I think they can hold them in check enough to cover the spread.
Okay. I mean, we all know I am the Kyron Williams guy on the channel.
Kyron Williams truther.
Yeah, I am a Kyron Williams truther. No, I'm going to take LA here. I think it's going to be somewhere in the middle of the two scenarios I put up there. I think the Colts are going to look fine in this game. I don't think we're going to come out of it thinking that they're like frauds or anything like that. But I do think the Rams are probably a better football team front to back. And I think I like Matt Stafford here at home in the Dome. Good running game. Like I like that to hold true. And they'll probably win somewhere between 4 and 7. But yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if Indianapolis could pull this one off, because I mean they have been playing really, really good football. I'm interested to see how they play in a close game against a good team. That's what I'm more interested in, and if that's the case, I like the Rams. So that's where I'm at.
I totally can see. It could be one of those games where the Colts, upset them. I think. Yeah. It's kind of gut check for the Rams, and I think I feel like they're pretty mentally.
Sometimes losing that close game, man, it throw you off for a week.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you have the right team, it could galvanize you too. And I think
this is a veteran team that's been together for a little while, minus Devontae Adams. I mean, I don't know if a close game loss in week 3 is really going to rattle them that much.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I definitely do think, like, matchup wise, there's a runway for the Colts to.
Oh, for sure.
Them.
Yeah, I agree too.
But again, I mean, until we see the Colts in that like
Kyler
pressure
Murray
situation
is
against a
so
good team.
bad, bro.
Yeah, dude, he's really bad at football. He's playing some really bad football. Dude, those jerseys are ugly as hell. They got like their orange, red, like paint splatter ones.
It's the Rivals jersey.
Yeah, it's ugly as hell, dude. All right. 4th game of the week. I want to talk about gut check. Baltimore 1-2 going into Kansas City 1-2. 4:00 game, second window. Lamar Jackson in week 3, 323 total yards, 3 touchdowns, and 148 passer rating. And everyone basically played like ass on the Chiefs last week in a 22-9 win. So I went with George Karlaftis on this. George Karlaftis, 10 tackles, a sack, and 5 QB hits.
Wow, Kyler Murray.
Pick.
Yeah, pick.
You're horrible.
Yeah. Not good.
Wow.
Yeah. Marvin Harrison, dude.
Is that Jacoby Brissett?
He just need to get out of there, bro. They need to trade him, bro.
Yeah.
He need to do. Oh, he did it again.
Oh God,
He dropped it, dude. Oh my God. Bro needs to find. Ugh. Kyler Murray's like, no wonder why I ain't throwing you the ball 11 times.
Anyway, George Karlaftis, he had a day.
He did have a day. Nice little day last week. Yeah, so this spread, I'm very interested to see this. What the hell is it?
Yeah, because this is like one of these teams could potentially be missing the playoffs this year.
Yeah, this one's actually very easy for me once you hear the spread. Baltimore is favored by 2.5 in Arrowhead. I'm just going to start it off. Kansas City's going to win. Kansas City does not lose games at home when they're favored. That's kind of where I'm at with it. Close game, Baltimore against Kansas City. They've got their number just as much as Kansas City has anyone else's number. Yeah, I don't. Lamar Jackson, I mean, he's been playing really, really, really good football. He just, even in his close losses to good teams, he doesn't look bad. He just looks underwhelming for what you expect from a player with that talent. Yeah, this looks like a game that. Here's the thing. So also, I don't think the Ravens necessarily need to win this game. I mean, look at their fucking division. They don't need to win this game, to be honest. And I was looking at the Ravens schedule earlier today just to give you an idea of what they have left. So let me pull it up here. So they play the Chiefs this week, and then in week 6 they play the Rams. After that, it's Bears, Dolphins, Vikings, Browns, Jets, Bengals, Steelers, Bengals, Patriots, Packers, Steelers. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if they lose this game and then win 9 out of the next 10. So I don't necessarily think they need it. I think Kansas City needs this game way more. It's hard for me to bet against. I mean, they haven't been the same in the last, four football games they've played. I can't bet against Patrick Mahomes as an underdog at home. I just can't do it. So I'm taking Kansas City to win. I just can't. I can't bring myself to do it, bro. I don't see it happening.
I can't be sucker of that mindset when I'm picking games anymore.
Here's the thing too, though. Like,
can't bet against.
Like,
listen, I did it.
Yeah.
Week 1.
Yeah.
It bit me in the ass.
Right.
I can't.
My thing is, though, it's kind of like we got the monkey off our back. I mean, yeah, we beat the Giants last week, but like we got the monkey off our back. We got to win. We got a little bit of momentum going into this next game. Baltimore's coming off of 2 straight losses? Is it 2 straight or did they lose week 1? I don't remember.
They lost week 1.
They lost week 1. Okay, yeah. So they're coming off of they're coming off of 2 losses against great teams where they actually played good football and a win against the Browns at home. Like, there's really not much momentum for them right now, especially with the way, like, they're kind of blowing up on the sideline as much as the Chiefs are. Derrick Henry's really not happy right now. But yeah, I just, it's Kansas City at home. That's just kind of where I'm at.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, it's tough because on like I said, on paper,
yeah.
you look at the Ravens, they're probably the better team.
Oh, they are. They are
on
for
paper.
sure, especially with them missing the receivers in Kansas City.
But again, we saw this last week. They in gut check time, they, Lamar specifically tends to fold.
Yep.
And with the Chiefs, you got Xavier Worthy coming back potentially this week. I think he was a full participant in practice today, if I'm not mistaken.
Who?
Xavier Worthy.
Let me take a look. Kansas City.
Because if he's playing, I think I'm probably gonna lean Chiefs. It's just hard. It's just hard because they, for so long in that Giants game, they looked lethargic on offense and couldn't get out of their own way. Then obviously in the second half, defense got some stops and the offense kind of settled in a little bit.
Yeah. He's technically Xavier Worthy's technically not on the injury report right now.
All right, so he's trending towards playing.
Yeah.
Man, I wouldn't be surprised one way or the other, but I'm going to go Chiefs plus 2.5 at home.
Okay.
They are a team that needs it more.
Especially with the Chargers, like going up against an 0-3 team this week. Chances are they'll probably start 4-0. Like you cannot start 1-3
and expect to win.
Yeah, and they have the losses against one of their losses against the Chargers too. Like,
Yeah, they already down in the head-to-head battle, but again, I think the late game scenario is definitely going to play out again. I feel like.
Yeah.
And that the Ravens have just been underwhelming.
Yep.
I think Spags will probably have a good game plan on Lamar. I mean, I feel like, you hold the contain, similar to how we played Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
Just can't get him out in open space. Yeah, I think the Chiefs. I mean, the Chiefs defense hasn't been playing terrible, so I think I think they'll be able to take care of business.
Yeah, they haven't been run on too spectacularly at all this year. They're only giving up 3.4 yards a carry through the first 3 games. So against solid backs, I mean, Amarion Hampton, Saquon, and Cam Scatterbo. Say what you want, but bro churns yards. Yeah. What do you think, Smitty?
Everybody picking the Chiefs, but they've been more underwhelming than the Ravens.
I agree.
Here talk.
Yeah,
we talk about a team that scored 21, 17, and 22.
Mm-hmm.
Compared to the Ravens, who have scored, I think, 40 in almost every game.
41, 38, and 30, I believe.
So, I mean,
well,
41,
averaging over 30.
40, 41, 30, 40, 41, 30.
Yep.
So, I mean, can the Ravens put up points? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Are the Chiefs struggling? Yes. It's a fair bet to me, like right now, like looking at it. Man, I don't like going against Patrick Mahomes, but the trend would say the Ravens would win this game, though.
All right.
Like Lamar plays really good in the regular season, according to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
He lost to the Bills in a really crazy fashion. I mean, he blowed out the Browns, and I can't remember how that game went for him against the Bills, but it's like, I mean, you said 2.5. I can see it being another 1 point, 2 point game. Really, to be honest, and I really think the Ravens should be able to pull this off with I mean, they're playing with the Suicide Squad over there in KC right now.
Yep.
They're not getting a lot of pressure right now. So, I mean, Karlaftis is really their only, Chris Jones has been really quiet.
Yeah. He had a sack last week, but on one quarterback hit. So
it's like, I don't know, man. I think the Ravens should pull this one out.
All right, Baltimore. All right. All right, let's get to this last game here. The game everyone had circled on their calendar once we got out of the preseason.
Green Bay by 1,000.
Yeah, I'm with that, honestly. Green Bay on the road in Jerry World. They are favored by
What's the
6.
spread?
Green Bay favored by 6.5 on the road.
I'm taking Green Bay.
Yeah,
Green Bay.
Yeah,
I think, I like I mentioned last week was probably a wake up call for that Green Bay team, thinking, they arrived too early and then got upset by Cleveland.
Yeah.
And the Cowboys just look like complete ass from top to bottom.
Yeah.
And now you're without CeeDee Lamb. So, I mean,
Green Bay's going to kill them.
You're already undermanned. You're going up against a good defense. With Micah Parsons on it, like it's going to be a long day in Jerry World for the Cowboys.
Yep.
Simple as that. Plus, the Packers are, I believe, at least Jordan Love, I think they're undefeated in Jerry World over the last couple of years.
I think so. I think you're right on that.
Packers. I think it's since Super Bowl 45, they are undefeated at Jerry World.
I think that's correct. Yeah, I'm on board with that. I like Green Bay to smoke them in this game. I think Micah Parsons is going to have 2-3 sacks in this game. I mean, he's going up against probably a backup tackle that he's probably worked with in practice every week. Like there's that too. So like, yeah, it's gonna get pretty ugly here. The only thing that would change the outcome of this game is if Jordan Love gets any type of pressure on him, but that's probably not going to happen. So yeah, I like Green Bay as well. Yeah, it's gonna be a real feel good game for Micah. Also, Jerry Jones and the Cowboys announced that they are not doing a tribute for Micah, which is kind of out, which is nuts considering Bro was like the best defensive player they've had since God knows who.
Tank.
Yeah, probably.
This game is really sad, bro.
Yeah, it is pretty sad. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why it's on, why we're watching it, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I'm a football head, and anytime NFL is on TV, I'm gonna turn it on. Just like I won't be up at 9:00 in the morning on Sunday to watch football.
Yeah. I got money on this game. That's why I'm watching it.
I ain't even played no parlay or nothing like that for this thing. I forgot it was
We're
even
just
on.
Listen, we're not like you, Kyle. We're just watching it for the love of the game.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
I'm having a Jonathan Gannon hate watch right now.
Yeah. At least I got
hate him anymore. Like,
at least I got something to watch for now.
Oh my god, his defense is really good, bro. Like, I don't even hate dude.
Yeah.
I hate James Bradbury. He fooled us. And everybody thought he was gonna be good, and he fooled us. That's what it was.
He was. Oh, man, that's still kind of the most
fluke all-pro season in history.
Yeah,
that's still kind of one of the most perplexing things as an Eagles fan recently. Like James Bradbury had an All-Pro 2022 season. It was
fake though. He got that All-Pro because we had 70 sacks. You couldn't throw the ball. You couldn't get targeted. They didn't have time to get it to the outside. They had to dink and dunk.
Yeah.
Every play was damn near a hot route. You didn't have to attack James Bradbury.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, he took advantage and was all pro, and then
when it was time to attack him, they was like, "Oh, this is really James."
Yeah.
Did he almost threw a pick with a good catch?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, people still in our celebration now?
Where's the taunting?
Did you see it?
I did.
Yes.
Wow.
Although he didn't do like that. It was more like
because he just did it fast. He don't know what he's doing. You know, people always mess it up when they try to mimic it.
Yeah. Sorry, they wanna be like us.
Damn. Sam Darnold playing though.
That's Josh Sweat out in coverage. All right, y'all got anything else for the pod?
Nah.
No.
No, I think we as Eagles fans, we just gotta keep hoping for that consistent play.
Yep.
It's there, and I think Jalen and AJ said it best. We gotta play our game. We can't be playing not to lose. We gotta play to win. And I think going forward, we'll do that.
Yeah.
I don't think the
Playing not
leaders,
to lose will have you with more losses than wins.
yeah, I don't think the leaders of the team will let 2023 happen again.
We'll see. Most of them leaders were the people that was there. No, I'm just playing. Y'all be fine.
We'll be chilling.
You'll be fine. Slow start. Maybe a little bit of Super Bowl hangover. That's all it is. Maybe that's all it is.
Oh yeah, slow 4-0 start.
Yeah, real slow 4-0 start.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take a slow 4-0 start.
Yeah, I'm hoping for a nice 1-3 start.
I'm cool with a boring 4-0.
Yeah,
I'm not complaining. It ain't boring to me.
Better than a flashy 2-2.
Yeah, it's better than better than Lamar being a flashy 1-3.
Right. Yeah.
Could you imagine if like Jalen Hurts was playing like out of his brain, like MVP performances, and we were 1-3? Could you imagine? I'd be up here like, bro,
what are you doing?
fire the whole team.
Yeah. Well, you guys should feel good because nothing's worse than being a boring 0-3. It's tough sledding out here, bro.
Hey, you want to touch on your game quick?
No.
You gotta battle the ass.
We're gonna
Miami
lose.
Dolphins.
We're gonna lose. 200
One of y'all's walking out of there with a win.
Yeah, the Dolphins.
That's nasty.
The Dolphins, bro. It's just
say the Dolphins are going to win anything is nasty.
Yeah, it's just not going to happen.
They're playing football right now, I don't believe it.
Yeah, you talked about it before. I'm just watching for the love of the game now.
I respect it, bro. You got to do what you got to do when your team's 0-4.
You can't say that when your team's on TV. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The love of the game goes out the window. This is for the love of my life.
Yeah.
Before I crash out.
It's a good thing my team don't make it on national TV. That's good. Yeah. I don't know. I am excited to see how Jarvis Brownlee plays. He's probably going to start at cornerback too this week. So we'll see. We'll see if we can get anything going there in the secondary. Because Brandon Stevens, take him out, and we should get infinitely better. It really. I'm sure you guys feel the same about Adoree Jackson. So,
No. I don't know if you take Adoree out if we get better, because I don't think what's behind him is better. I told you the solution would have to be off the team. Ja'Cory Bentley is now hurt.
Yeah.
But that's kind of where I'm at. We brought in another guy that'll take it over. I think we'll be better here. But
Keely Ringo is not going to be much better. I'm sorry.
No,
probably not.
No.
And if he is, hey, I'll be the first one to get up on here and say I'm wrong. But
yeah, I'll say I'm wrong. If was a fifth, but I'm not drunk.
Also, Justin Fields is practicing while still in concussion protocol. What?
Hey man, that's your team, man.
That's ridiculous, bro. We can't do nothing right. We can't even listen to a doctor's
they wouldn't
opinion.
let my quarterback at a concussion protocol for 3 months last year.
We can't listen to a doctor's opinion, bro.
But he was out for 3 weeks. I was like, what is going on?
There was nothing good going for us.
Yeah, that was sick.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I thought Tyrod gave us a little bit of life last week. I don't know why we don't just let him go this week, but whatever. I guess we want to put it back in the hands of a fucking dumbass. Whatever. I don't care anymore.
Might as well. Yeah. Y'all can't get much worse.
Yeah. It can always get worse. It can always get worse. Okay. Garrett Wilson could request a trade tomorrow. Okay. Let's not forget about him wanting out this past. Let's not forget about him wanting out this offseason, and then we talked him out of it. Yeah, that's all I got for the show. If you guys are good.
Yeah, that's all I got.
All right. Well, with that being said, this has been the Day One Podcast. Thank you so much for listening. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And thank you so much over the last month for your support. We have done 750,000 views on the channel in 28 days. That is absolutely ridiculous. We appreciate it so much. Keep liking the shorts. Keep jumping into the streams and taking a watch. We really appreciate it. Keep subscribing. Make sure you subscribe to 4133 to Pod as well. Smitty got some work to do too. He wants to build that channel just like we do. So make sure you subscribe over there. Thank you for joining us every week, Smitty. We appreciate it. Make sure you go down to your local Sprint Mobile. You get the 4 for $100 plan. All right. We just need one more host, then we can go do it ourselves. That's all we need. But yeah, you can get the Day One Podcast and 4133 the Pod content anywhere in the world. So make sure you're paying attention. All right. We appreciate y'all so much. I'm Kyle. That's Smitty. That's Anthony over there. We'll see y'all later.
Peace.